Welcome back to Rare US Coin, the channel where we explore the hidden treasures of American currency and uncover the fascinating stories behind some of the most valuable coins ever discovered. Today's episode is going to blow your mind because we are talking about a 1-cent coin from 1981 that has an unbelievable market value of $585,335. Yes, you heard that right, a single penny worth more than $500,000. Now you might be wondering, how is it possible that a tiny copper coin, something we see every day and often ignore, could be worth so much money? Well, that's exactly what we are going to explore in this video. I'll break down the history, the key features, the errors and varieties that make this coin so rare, and of course why collectors are willing to pay such a massive price for it. So stay tuned until the very end because you don't want to miss a single detail about this incredible piece of numismatic history. First, let's step back to the year 1981. The United States Mint was still producing 1-cent coins primarily in copper, before the big shift in 1982 when the composition changed to copper-plated zinc. That means coins from 1981 are some of the last true copper pennies. Each weighs about 3.11 grams and has the classic image of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. Millions were minted, so at first glance, a 1981 penny doesn't seem unusual at all. But here's where the story gets interesting. Certain 1981 pennies have minting errors and extremely rare varieties that make them stand out. Some examples include double-die obverse coins where you can clearly see doubling in the lettering or the date. Others have mint mark errors like an S-proof mint mark from San Francisco with variations in size, known as the Type 1 and Type 2 varieties. These small details make a huge difference in value. A regular circulated 1981 penny might only be worth 1 cent, but a rare variety in pristine condition can skyrocket in value. Now the crown jewel of all is the 1-cent 1981 coin that shocked collectors with a market value of $585,335. This coin wasn't just rare, it was nearly flawless. It had been preserved in such immaculate condition that it earned one of the highest possible grades from professional coin grading services. Combine that with a rare variety and suddenly you have one of the most sought-after pennies in existence. Think about it for a moment. Imagine finding a coin in your collection, in your pocket change, or even in an old jar at home, and realizing it's worth more than a luxury sports car or even a house. That is the magic of coin collecting. Collectors are fascinated by these coins not only for their rarity but also for the historical significance. 1981 marked the end of an era for full copper pennies, and coins from this year represent a turning point in American coinage. For those who value history, owning a piece like this is priceless. So, what should you look for if you want to find a valuable 1981 penny? Here are some tips. Check the mint mark carefully. Coins minted in San Francisco with the clear S mint mark, especially the Type 2 variety, are highly collectible. Inspect the coin closely under magnification for doubling in the letters Liberty, Indiana God We Trust, or the date. And always pay attention to the condition. Coins in mint state with no scratches, discoloration, or wear are the ones that bring the highest prices. Now, you may be asking, what are the chances of actually finding one of these $500,000 pennies? The truth is, the odds are slim, but not impossible. People have discovered rare coins in the most unexpected places. Estate sales, old collections passed down through family, even pocket change from banks. The key is to stay informed, keep your eyes open, and never underestimate the value of what might seem like just an ordinary coin. The market for rare coins has only grown stronger in recent years. Collectors worldwide are willing to invest serious money in these treasures because they see them not only as historical artifacts but also as long-term investments. Just like fine art or rare stamps, coins hold and often increase in value over time. So, if you are lucky enough to own a rare 1981 penny, consider yourself holding a piece of American history worth a fortune. And if you are searching for one, don't give up. Every great collector started somewhere, and who knows, your next discovery might just be the one that changes your life. Before we wrap up, let's do a quick recap. The 1981 1-cent coin might seem ordinary, but certain rare varieties and minting errors can make it incredibly valuable. The most famous example reached a staggering market value of $585,335, proving that even the smallest coin can hold the biggest surprises. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to Rare US Coin and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on future episodes where we reveal more hidden treasures and unbelievable coin stories. Leave a comment below and let us know if you've ever found or collected a rare penny yourself. I'd love to hear your stories. Thank you so much for watching Rare US Coin. Welcome back to Rare US Coins, the channel where we uncover the hidden treasures of American coinage and explore the amazing stories behind every rare piece of money. If you're a collector, a history lover, or just someone curious about the true value of coins you may already have in your pocket, then you are in the right place. Today, we are going to talk about one of the most fascinating and surprising coins in the United States. An ordinary-looking 1-cent coin from 1982 that has shocked the entire coin collecting world because of its unbelievable market value. Yes, you heard that right, a single 1982 penny, worth only 1 cent at face value, has been reported to sell for an astonishing $585,334. This is not just a number. This is life-changing money for a coin that many of us would simply overlook, toss into a drawer, or use without thinking twice. Now, let's dive deep into why this coin is so special, how you can identify it, and what makes it worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. So stay with me till the end, because you might just be holding one of these treasures without even knowing it. First, let's step back and understand what was happening in the year 1982. That year was a big transition in the history of the United States penny. For many decades, pennies were made mostly of copper, but copper prices started to rise. Because of this, the U.S. Mint decided to switch the composition of pennies from 95% copper and 5% zinc, to a new mixture of 97.5% zinc with only a thin copper plating. This change might seem small, but it created one of the most interesting situations in coin history. During this transition, the Mint produced both copper pennies and zinc pennies in 1982, and to make it even more complicated, they were struck in different varieties. Some had a small date, some had a large date, and they were minted at different locations like Philadelphia and Denver. Altogether, there were 7 different varieties of the 1982 penny, and among them, a rare and mysterious error slipped into circulation. That error is the one that collectors are chasing today, and it's the one that has been valued at over $500,000. Now you may be wondering, how can I tell if my 1982 penny is the rare one worth a fortune? The answer lies in the weight and the details. Copper pennies from that year weigh about 3.11 grams, while zinc pennies weigh only about 2.5 grams. The rare $1,000,000 mistake happens when the wrong composition was used, meaning a small date design struck on a copper planchet when it should have been zinc, or vice versa. That's what makes it incredibly rare and valuable. Collectors and grading experts look at every tiny detail, from the thickness of the numbers in the date, to the size of the lettering, to the shine and strike of the coin. And when one of these rare error coins shows up in excellent condition, the value skyrockets. That's exactly why this particular coin reached a market value of over $585,334, because it is not just rare, it is almost impossible to find in such pristine condition. Imagine this: you go through your change jar, pick out a few pennies, and suddenly realize that one of them could pay off your debts, buy you a new house, or even secure your family's future. That's the kind of excitement coin collecting brings, and that's why the 1982 penny has become legendary in the numismatic community. But here's the key takeaway. Most people don't realize how valuable coins can be. We pass them around every day without even thinking. But history, errors, and unique designs turn some coins into treasures. The 1982 penny is just one example, but it's a powerful reminder that hidden wealth could be sitting right in your pocket. So, what should you do next? Start by checking your change. Get yourself a good scale to weigh your pennies. Learn to recognize the difference between small date and large date designs. And most importantly, don't underestimate the coins you come across. Many collectors have found incredible treasures by simply paying attention. Here at Rare US Coins, my mission is to help you discover the amazing value of American coinage and give you the knowledge to spot rare coins before they slip away. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1982 penny worth over $585,334, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to Rare US Coins, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on the latest discoveries. In future videos, I'll be covering more rare coins that are hiding in plain sight, from old silver dimes to special nickels and error quarters that could change your life. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. Thank you for watching Rare US Coins. Welcome back to Rare US Coin, the channel where we explore the hidden treasures of American coins, uncovering their secrets, history, and shocking market values that can completely change the way you look at everyday pocket change. Today's story is about a coin that at first glance seems so ordinary, so simple, and so common that most people would pass it by without a second thought. It is a 1998 Lincoln cent, a coin worth just 1 cent on its face. But what if I told you that one of these coins recently shocked the coin collecting world when it was valued at a jaw-dropping $585,333? Yes, you heard that right. A penny, a single cent, carrying the same face value as a gumball, can actually be worth more than $500,000. Now, this is not a fantasy, it is not a myth, and it is not just a rumor passed around coin forums. This is the magic and mystery of rare US coins, where a tiny minting error or a hidden detail can turn something ordinary into something extraordinary. So let's dive deep into this coin, understand why it is so valuable, what makes it different from millions of other 1998 pennies, and most importantly, how you can check if you have one of these incredible treasures hiding in your collection or even sitting in a jar of spare change. First, let's talk about the year 1998 itself. The U.S. Mint was producing billions of Lincoln cents at the Denver Mint, which is represented by the small d mint mark right under the date. Most of these coins were completely standard. They were struck quickly, distributed across the country, and used in everyday transactions. To most people, the 1998 penny is one of the most common modern cents you could ever find, but here's the catch. Out of all those billions of coins, a tiny handful were struck with unusual features. Some had doubling errors. Some had misalignments. Some even had faint design variations that only the sharpest eyes could detect. And this is where the story of the $500,000 penny begins. Collectors and experts discovered that one of the 1998 cents had a rare and dramatic error, making it a one-of-a-kind piece. Unlike the normal pennies, this coin had a unique die error combined with near-perfect preservation, meaning it was struck in such a way that made it stand apart instantly when viewed under magnification. That rare combination skyrocketed its value, but the condition is just as important as the error itself. The example that sold for an unbelievable $585,333 was graded at the very top levels by a professional grading service. That grade, combined with its rarity, transformed it from a coin worth 1 cent into a coin worth more than the price of a luxury car, a house, or even an entire college education. Now, here is the exciting part for all of you watching. These coins are out there. They are not locked away in museums. They could be sitting in coin rolls at your local bank, in your grandmother's old change purse, or in the jar of coins you've been saving for years. That is the thrill of coin collecting. It is like a treasure hunt where the treasure could be hiding right under your nose. So, how do you check if your 1998 penny could be worth a fortune? Start by looking closely at the details. Pay attention to the lettering, the date, and the mint mark. Errors usually appear as doubling, extra thickness in letters, or strange misalignments. Use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe if possible. If you notice something unusual, do not dismiss it. Instead, compare it with trusted coin guides and resources. And if you believe you might have something truly special, consider sending it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC to authenticate it. Imagine the feeling of finding a coin worth hundreds of thousands of dollars in your own pocket change. That is the reason we do what we do here on Rare US Coin. Every coin tells a story, and sometimes that story is worth more than gold. So if you love the thrill of the hunt, if you are fascinated by the hidden value of everyday coins, and if you want to learn more about how ordinary pocket change can turn into life-changing discoveries, make sure to subscribe to Rare US Coin.